Hello again, it is Oxygen Not Included Day. And I didn't really do anything after the last recording. I just immediately, you know, closed the game, didn't do anything. But before I forget, just gonna jump right into fixing this little issue. Oh yeah, I remember. It's because I hooked up the piping wrong. Then that should siphon out that polluted water. It's fine if I lose some water in the process again. I already have this infinite water supply. That should be fine. But anyway, today's goal is changing how our automation system works. I'll put a battery here. Hang on. Ooh, bit of lag. There we go. The reason why I want to do this is to separate these things. And that's because I am going to do this in like stages-ish. I want these ones to consume... you turn on the last. I'll put this at 25% threshold before it turns on. And then this one will be a separate one. This will be like second tier in terms of power generation, and then the primary power will be my petroleum generator, which I will set at 40%. It's again based on Two Legit Cities video. I will link that again in the description, like the one I did with the steam turbine aqua tuner setup. They have really helpful tips for videos, so you should go check them out, especially if you're having some troubles like me. And is this one built? Being built. Thankfully, this patch of polluted water isn't moving at all. So it's just there. And hopefully this pump works the way I think it is, where the bulbous part is where it starts sucking water out. And I'm just gonna... it's just a temporary build, just to get that out. I don't want that in there. I mean, it's a relatively small amount, but hey, better safe than sorry. Oh, right. I just realized something about this cooling system. So this is an isolated cooling system that I built, if you haven't seen this one. Essentially, there's just continuously flowing polluted water inside, and I was so worried about freezing it. But I remember that polluted water has a much lower freezing point, so I could actually set this to but the freezing point of polluted water is if I can click on polluted water, negative 20 degrees, so I can go down to, I think, 0 minus 14 degrees, because the aqua tuner lowers it by 14. I think I can go 0 degrees on this, and it'll be minus 14 degrees. That's 4 degrees away from the freezing temperature, so I think it'll be fine. This dormant volcano is gonna spew out a lot of molten iron when it's active, and it's active for quite a long cycle. 116 cycles every 186 cycles. That's a long time of just spewing hot material, so I want this to be cooled as possible. And this is salt water as well, so will it freeze if I lower it to that? Minus 7.5, so I have to raise this a bit by, I think 10 degrees would be fine, because that means that the lowest temperature it'll accept is 11 degrees, and once it goes into the aqua tuner, it gets removed by, or it removes 14 degrees off of it, so it goes down to -4. I think that should be fine. I mean, that will be below freezing temperature, so I think it'll be good. I should probably make a cooling chamber for this thing right here, because, well, it'd be nice to maximize my Wheezeworth's cooling output, you know? Canister emptier here. And where is my hydrogen supply? Turn this on again. Oh my lord, never mind, I am out of hydrogen because it's been dormant. Oh boy, that can't be good. That means my hydrogen generators have not been working at all. Yeah. Okay, that is concerning, to say the least. But thankfully I discovered about petroleum generators right when it mattered. Because, my god, if you didn't see the previous episode, my god, I've been sleeping on petroleum generators. 2000 watts. Well, I wasn't sleeping on them intentionally. I just didn't want to deal with the heat about making petroleum or ethanol. I forgot how much these things do. Well, I guess temporarily we'll replace the Wheezeworth here, because this is a heat leak area. This is where heat is coming out, and it's, you know, heating up this place. Well, let's see. What I could do is expand this one. Yeah, I think I can do that. At least this area right here. Yeah, I think I should do that. Then I can just feed it back down here. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh, and for the metal tile, we can make it out of this. Yeah, that should help, I think. Hopefully. Here it comes. Well, the amount of liquid going through is half, so it won't be as much. Oh wait, never mind, it is working real quick. Hey, there we go. That should help stall the heat in this area. I'm actually chilling this place very rapidly. Holy shit, that's really nice to see. Well, there we go. Right now I swapped it for now. The natural gas generators will be the first one to work, and will be the primary generators. And then the petroleum generator will be secondary. It's because simply I'm not making as much ethanol as I can provide it. Also, moving my battery here. Why I'm doing this is, well, I mean, I'm gonna use this place eventually later for... Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. I'm gonna use it eventually later for more generators once I can provide for more generators. But the immediate thing that I'll be doing with it is I'm gonna put a carbon skimmer in there because this is producing a lot of carbon real quick. And I mean, a carbon skimmer is relatively cheap. It's even better than using a straight up gas pump, I guess. Because a gas pump is like 240, at least the big ones. So this is to deal with the amount of carbon dioxide this thing is making. And it's not like it's an issue anyway. I have copious amounts of carbon. I mean, just water that I'm not really using, so I think I should be fine. I can find a way to pipe it. Getting quite crowded in my base when it comes to the piping. And then this thing, actually, I can just hook up to here. Because this already goes to my sewer system. My polluted water reservoir. Also, besides that... Oh wait, no, I need to power it first, so... No issue. Another thing I need to do is... I'm not producing as much ethanol as I want to, so... I'll make more ethanol. But where, oh where can I place this? Oh my god, I didn't even realize how much carbon dioxide is hanging out around here. My goodness. It's getting stuck for some reason? It's not going down? I can dig another row out to help it go down. There we go, this build should work. Alright, I need to... piping. I think that should be fine. I wanted to make sure that the shipping, the auto sweeper can reach both of them. Because I'm not sure which part of the ethanol dispenser needs to be covered by the auto sweeper's range for it to deliver materials there. Looky here! Look at that! It's all ice cold now. That's so great. I like that so much. Goodness, that means this place will not heat up more than it should now. So yes, that is lovely. That is very lovely. I can now have this thing constantly producing iron for me. I don't have to do anything. As long as I have power, obviously. But yeah, aside from that, it's gonna be constantly on now. Speaking of power, I think it's about time to upgrade this one. It is already nearing 2,000 potential load, so I just want to make sure. You know, it's always good to stay on top of things. Then we can convert this into this now. Again, just to be sure. I always want to be sure with these things. For some absurd reason, this carbon dioxide is somehow getting stuck here. And not, like, falling down to here, which it normally should. As you can observe, some of this already is down here. So, I don't know why that's not going down. Is it because it's not wide enough? Is that it? Or is it the liquids messing it up? But yeah, it seems to be staying very dense here. I mean, it's slowly going down, but like, it's having issues. I guess because there's a lot of oxygen here. So I still think I should make my carbon skimmer here. Somewhere here. Maybe in the bottom right. Or maybe more. You could literally make 2 of them and it'll be actually better if I do that. Of course you'd want to, you know, give them space so that they're not consuming all of one area. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff to build. And my ethanol dispensers are also working. Really nice. There's just so much carbon that just needs to be skimmed out of the atmosphere right now. And the thing is, these distillers and this petroleum generator will just make more. Speaking of which, they haven't even built this one. I mean, it's built. The carbon skimmer's piping and everything is built. Just that it needs to be powered. Oh wait, is it on? Oh, it is on. Never mind. They just haven't replaced the wire, so it's fine. It's working. But oh, it's receiving no liquids. Oh, shit. Completely forgot the bridge. Right. Okay, that's my bad. That is my bad. I'll admit. Forgot about the bridge. Speaking of which, let me check. Are there other bridges that I haven't built? I think we're good. Man, this piping is getting complicated. It's starting to actually get annoying. It's trying to put pipes around my base for new stuff. The vents are no different of a story either. That's a lot of stuff. Right now I am piping carbon dioxide from like my generators and stuff down here into a carbon skimmer. But I think I'm actually comfortable now to go up and make a vacuum vent. Basically, if I go up here, you can see this is vacuum already. This is, yeah, that's vacuum but not space exposure yet. There's still background, I don't know what they call it other than background wall behind it. But here you can see it says space exposure. Here, gases and liquid will slowly start to get deleted because it counts as being in space, and you know, like it's gonna off gas out of the planet, you know, kind of like in real life where we're slowly losing some of our, I think, helium, because helium is too light. I think, is it helium? Basically, we're losing a certain gas because it's too light and it rises up to the sky and past the oxygen, and gravity is not strong enough to keep it. It's essentially the same concept here, but you essentially can force stuff into space exposure, so kind of like jettison it out of the atmosphere. So that's one way to get rid of, like, that's one good way and permanent way, and actually, no, one of the safest ways to dispose of refuse gas or liquids. The reason why I didn't do this much earlier is because I thought that once I get to space, meteor showers will start happening. Actually, I'm not sure if meteor showers are happening, but the thing is, when meteor showers start happening, like I said in the previous episode, it's gonna start putting hot materials up here. But after seeing this, I realized, you know what, maybe it's, I think I'm past that point. I think I can do it. So I'm gonna start sending I don't even need to dig that far up. I just need to dig up here. But the issue is I need to make sure. I think I'll do it in the next episode, not now. Because that's gonna be a lot of piping again. Or vents. I need to make sure that it's, you know, sealed off. Because even though there's background walls here and background walls here, gases will naturally try to rise up. And so if it's not sealed off, all of this gas right here, all the way anywhere that is not isolated by walls or mechanized airlocks or just normal airlocks will slowly start to rise. Oops, I hit my table. It will slowly start to rise, and since it's rising up, it's gonna go into this tiny pocket of space exposure, and I'm slowly gonna start to lose all the gases. So, you know, I have to make sure that this is gonna be, you know, isolated. That's gonna be a simple thing, you know. It's just place, you know, place walls and floors or whatever, and isolate it with maybe a door. Maybe just completely isolate it off. Who knows? Basically like that. And I can do it practically in a lot of places. Here's the shortest one. I could, you know, make a much more distant refuse vent. In terms of liquids, I don't really have much to pump out. So I think it's just vents for now. When I get to that. Are we live? Yes, we're live. Pipe block. Alright, I forget. Can't do that with... Can't do this like this with output pipes. You can do it with input pipes, not with output pipes. Well, this will fix it, but basically we're online. We're slowly... You can see... You can actually visually see the carbon dioxide getting sucked in. That's one of the things that's so beautiful about this game. And yes, I first heard it from Markiplier. This is how I got into the game. I watched his Oxygen Not Included Let's Play. And yeah, one of the things that I can agree is that this game's beautiful gas animation is you could literally see, like, well, it's more of like an optical illusion for the billowing gas, but you can see the gas billow up and thicken, and when gas is flowing, you can actually show it. That part is not a visual illusion. That is actually, you can see the gas flow. Another great example is here. Is my air very thick here? It's alright, I guess. How about in here? How thick is my carbon dioxide? It's actually not that thick compared to the outside, which is thicker. But you can see this is kind of thinner compared to here. So if I open this door, you can see, look, you can see that oxygen texture is actually being flowed out. And not just there, you could even see it in the gas part here. Very cool, I really like that. Oh, I just remembered, since I'm completely out of hydrogen right now, I'm actually gonna delete one of my hydrogen generators again, so that I can lower my consumption of hydrogen and have more in store for other stuff. There we go. And I might actually replace that with something else. I don't know. Now that I realize how much important petroleum and ethanol is, I'm gonna start focusing on those. Though I need to not get overboard, because as you can see, there's so much byproduct from it. Is this even keeping up with it? Somewhat. Yeah, you can see that the carbon dioxide is kind of hovering over 11 instead of going up or down. And then once this stops, it actually goes down. So yeah, I think this is fine for now. This setup is fine. In the future, I'll probably have to add more carbon skimmers if I want to make sure. And if I'm really set up now, I can just put gas vents in there and pump it out into space. Like I said I would. As you can see, I'm not making as much ethanol as I need. This thing is actually consuming a lot of it. So yeah, I might have to make more. Ooh. I guess the final thing I can do is put a loader here. Yeah. And then have it ship. Let's see. What's the shortest path there? Here. This is the shortest path to that, so I'm gonna do it. I noticed that my duplicants are coming in a lot in here to grab the polluted dirt. Might as well send that here to this sorting because it's already doing that for me. And again, the issue with them going here constantly is the doors getting open and some carbon dioxide is actually a lot is leaking into my base because of how much carbon dioxide is in here. Set this to polluted dirt. Organic. There it is. There we go. Look at that. Now we've completely lowered the need for them to go in there. Hooray! I'd say this is quite successful of a build, though. I'm looking in here and this polluted air is really annoying. It's getting into my base. So again, I'll have to rebuild that. Thought it would be fine. But this is the part where you try to min-max stuff. Minimize stuff like power consumption. Maximize efficiency. But sometimes you just have no way to just change that for... well, until later. Oh, okay. I've built this during the first few minutes of this episode. Completely forgot about this. And I've essentially wasted a bit of water. Not to matter, because it was only a mini water pump or mini liquid pump. And actually, it had the benefit of cooling this place down. This used to be like yellow something, yeah. And because of the cold water that my base has, this place has actually cooled down quite a bit. Oh yeah. I guess accidental genius? Maybe. But I guess it's time to deconstruct now. I don't want to waste that water. I just realized. Oh my god, I just realized. It's so thin in here. In carbon dioxide compared to this area. Because how do I say this? This Slickster farm has been so efficient that they've been consuming the carbon dioxide non-stop. Oh my god. I have to send some of these back down. Joy! Hell yeah. Though next comes the issue of providing for these little critters here. I have to increase my farm. My arbor acorn farm. Well, that'll be in the next episode, I guess. For now, I think I'll call it. Yeah, actually, oh my god, I didn't even notice again. I went way over an hour again. Anyway, see you. Bye-bye.